If you're already somebody who uses OneNote, you might be wondering, does Microsoft Loop replace it? Well, the quick answer is no, but the longer answer is a bit more interesting. Hi, I'm Michelle, a computer coach here sharing tips and tricks on your everyday software, or what could become your everyday software, to make life that little bit easier. Let's start with a quick recap on Loop and OneNote. OneNote is the program that's been around for years, since 2003 in fact, and is a personal note-taking app. It's great for capturing thoughts and ideas, storing your notes from multiple locations, and let's be honest, it's very familiar. Loop, on the other hand, is a flexible workspace, great for collaborative working and some note-taking. The interesting thing is they're both part of Microsoft 365, and depending on your license, they probably aren't going to cost you any extra. What's useful to note is that they both serve different purposes. Starting with OneNote, let's be honest, if you've been using it, it's a very familiar three-level structure. You can dump pretty much anything in there. There isn't much that I found that you can't put into OneNote somehow. It works well online and offline. It's great for reference materials, notes, and you can keep it in there for a long time. And my preference for my personal notes. All of my thoughts and ideas simply get, quote, dumped into OneNote, and they're there until I need them. It's fully searchable. It's my go-to program. Then we've got Microsoft Loop. Here's where Loop actually, quote, wins over OneNote, and it's when you've got a project. More importantly, it's where you've got to collaborate with colleagues. It gives you the ability to store a lot of information that's very similar to OneNote, so text, checklists, tasks, but it has a few more additional facilities. You can collaborate with colleagues on a whole project with a workspace, but you can also collaborate with individual pages and even individual sections, which are called content blocks. It's a great option when you've got an active project, whether you're working solo or you're working with others. It does also have a more modern feel compared to OneNote. My honest answer to the question, which one should you use, is, well, you don't actually have to decide, but they do serve slightly different purposes. So my recommendation is OneNote is for your personal thoughts, ideas, notes, things that you need on a long-term basis and doesn't necessarily need to be shared. You don't need others to see it or work with it. On the flip side, when you need to work collaboratively, no matter how big or small that project is, Loop is going to be a better option there. And honestly, if you're like me, you'll probably end up using both depending on what you're doing at any one time. So let me ask you, which camp are you in? Are you Team Microsoft Loop or are you Team OneNote? And if you're Team OneNote, are you going to give Loop a try? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like this video, and to be told as more tips and tricks are released, then click that subscribe and notification bell. I'll see you next time.